Fearless Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear, as part of a research mission under the command of his girlfriend Alicia Hawthorne, discovers life on an unknown planet that meets them in a very unfriendly way. To be more precise, they were attacked by beetles and vines. Two scientists and a trainee tried to fly off the planet, but Buzz made a mistake and crashed into a mountain. Because of this, the ship crashed. The ship lost the superspeed crystal, and the scientists who were on the ship for a whole year tried to create something new based on the resources of this planet. And now it's time to test it. The plane could not reach super speed, and Buzz returned to the planet. When he got off the ship, he noticed that his assistant had grown a beard. He didn't understand anything, and then it was explained to him that he had been in flight for almost 4.5 years. People thought that he would not come back and were very glad of his arrival. Evening came and Buzz returned to his apartment. There was a box waiting for him, in which the robot cat was lying. He was appointed the Star Center to help Buzz cope with stress after such a long trip. Buzz was not very happy with such a gift and wanted to go to bed as soon as possible. At night he had a nightmare again, and more precisely the night when he accidentally crashed into a mountain on a ship and crashed. Buzz felt very guilty about it, and that's why in the morning he was going to recheck the super speed. The cat asked for some task for him, and Buzz jokingly suggested that he solve the fuel problem. If it is solved, then Buzz will be able to complete his mission. At night he had a nightmare again, or rather the night when he accidentally crashed into a mountain on a ship and crashed. Buzz felt very guilty about this, and so in the morning he was going to recheck the super speed. The cat asked for some task for him, and Buzz jokingly suggested that he solve the fuel problem. If it is solved, Buzz will be able to complete his mission. This and subsequent flights were unsuccessful. Buzz Lightyear, after another flight, went into the office of his girlfriend Alicia, and it turned out that she was already dead. Alicia left him a video message to say goodbye to him. Buzz was very touched at this moment. Alicia's son came in and said that this was now his office. Also, Alicia's son announced that there will be no more test flights, since now they are building a laser dome that will protect all people. Buzz sat and thought about what he would do next, but his thoughts were interrupted by a cat who was able to solve the fuel problem. It took him 66 years. Buzz was very happy and surprised, but suddenly there was a knock on the door. It turned out that his cat needed to be removed because the program was closed and the cat was written off for disposal. Buzz escaped with the cat and got into the lab and was able to make a crystal that can give the ship super speed. Buzz and the cat got into the warehouse where the ship is stored and tried to take off, but Alicia's son ordered the lock to be turned on, and this complicated everything. The cat was able to bypass the system and they took off. And here is the crucial moment. Super speed has reached 100%. They were able to do what Buzz had been trying to do for decades. But the speed was too high and he had to land not in the built city, but a little further. As soon as he got out, someone immediately hit him behind a stone. The base ship was taken to an even larger spaceship. It turned out that people were attacked by robots. The laser shield helped people to hide, but not everyone. Alicia's granddaughter stayed behind this ball. There was absolutely no connection with the people on the other side. And Buzz and the cat were absent for 22 years, which is much more than in previous trips. Alicia's granddaughter had her own group with whom she developed a rescue plan, and she told it to Buzz. Then a robot suddenly burst into the room and grabs Buzz. The whole team tried to save him, but none of them knew how to handle weapons, but they still managed to free Buzz. Buzz absolutely did not want to take the team with him and wanted to do everything alone, but he did not know the way to the warehouse of abandoned ships and therefore decided to take them with him. The team took Buzz to the warehouse, and it turned out that the warehouse was a hive of insects that were dormant. Buzz was changing clothes when suddenly the whole team of friends came up to him. Buzz took the car keys and they came back for them. They were about to leave, but Mo accidentally dropped the keys and the car alarm went off. All the bugs woke up abruptly and the whole flock went straight to the team. At the very last moment, Alicia's granddaughter managed to close the door. And then Buzz had a plan. Ranger suits were stored in the warehouse. The whole team put them on and turned on the invisible mode. Buzz had to go take the ship and destroy the robot ship, and the rest get in the car and drive away. But I did not warn them that the invisibility mode is not eternal and it will end after a few minutes. Therefore, after a while the mode disappeared and the team was still going through the bugs. Buzz was already on the ship, but when he saw that his friends were in danger, he immediately came to the rescue. He launched them into the ship and they flew away. A little time has passed since their takeoff and they saw that a robot ship was flying on their tail. He started firing and was able to hit Buzz's ship. They landed. No one was injured and the ship itself was also not in bad condition. There was a short circuit and in order to fix it, a coil was needed. There was a building not far from their crash. And they decided to go for the coil there. But it wasn't that simple. They fell into a trap, but together they were able to free themselves. They were already on their way back. Buzz was attacked by a robot. Friends were able to help him. The robot that was chasing Base sent a signal to the other robots to catch the Ranger and send him to the robot ship. Two of the crew fought off the robots and Buzz, Izzy and the cat tried to lift the ship as high as possible. And now it remains to press the last button and they will be able to fly away, but Izzy pressed the wrong one and the ship stopped. The crystal flew out and crashed. As soon as Buzz left the team because he wanted to be alone, the robot caught him and took him away. The robot that took Buzz was his double, but only after 50 years. Old Buzz told me that you can control the past. He also said that it is possible to go back in time and make sure that they do not land on this planet and finish the mission. But Buzz didn't want Alicia to be left without a family and he didn't want to erase the memories. Buzz realized that he and Old Buzz perceived the world differently and left. Old Buzz could not accept the refusal and ordered the robots to grab Buzz and take away the stone. Buzz's old cat freed him and showed him where the exit was. Meanwhile, Izzy gathered a team and came to help Buzz. Despite her fear of outer space, she was able to save his life. The robot ship was destroyed by itself and the friends landed on the planet where they were met by Commander Burnside, who was very angry at Buzz for a number of huge crimes. But in the end Burnside gave him the opportunity to lead the Rangers team. Buzz was told to choose trained specialists, but he chose his friends.